think I'm joking, by the way.
I mean, I am actually kind of at a loss. I don't even know what to do. I'll let it poll right now. It's like, should I continue streaming with the amount of lag issues, or should I end it off like now in a sense, and then just try again another day?
Come again another day.
I mean, we got like D&D tomorrow too as well.
Yeah, they get a triple dose of you now.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you stream on Wednesdays.
I stream on Wednesdays, yeah, on like the afternoon.
What do you even stream on Wednesday?
Huh?
I'm not even here. I can't even be there on Wednesdays. What do you even stream?
Wait, you can't be on. Wait, you can't be on Wednesdays, but I stream. You said?
Oh, what do you stream on Wednesdays, anyways?
It's one single game. So it has it. So the current single game is Skies of Arcadia Legends.
Oh, nice.
Well, no one's voting on whether I should continue streaming or not.
I don't think anybody's paying attention.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know, Chris. What do you think?
I think I'm going to bed at some point soon.
I mean, yeah, but what do you think I should continue on or not? I don't know.
I mean, you could always stream for like 40 more minutes, see if your stream stabilizes with more people getting off the internet, and go from there.
Yeah, I guess I could try that for a little bit. Cause at least try a little bit of Snap, and we'll see how that goes.
It could just be this capture card system that's being weird.
Well, I just restarted my computer, so it's definitely just the internet problem at this rate.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, this is straight up unstable for like so many different times. It's literally like whatever Twitch server it is or Comcast. Either way, it's definitely like something's going on.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm more pissed off by this at this point. But I'll go for a little bit longer and see how I feel.
Wow. Yeah. Why did I just hear GameCube?
Oh, that's the music. Also, Emoto says not all save. No, not Fire Emblem streams were not lost, Emoto. For one thing, Fire Emblem streams are saved. I know that. I found a few. Not all Fire Emblems were lost. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I might have saved a good chunk of them to all of them, but that's only if I can find them all. I might rest for today, shut down and update your tech tonight. I don't think update it. Also, Emote, I was talking about Twitch chat. No one's voted on Twitch chat, which is why.
Moto just watching.
Emoto is watching on Mike's end because like she wants to watch on the new Pokemon Snap kind of thing.
Oh. Your fans have spoken.
I'll let chatting it go out for a little bit longer and just see how it stabilizes. It's going up and down here and there, so I'm just gonna chat it out for a little bit, for a few minutes as we go. But well, yep. Yeah, I mean, like for Fire Emblem, Chris, we can try Radiant Dawn because I already have that game for sure. And
you have Radiant Dawn.
I mentioned this before. Yeah, I have Radiant Dawn. I think I got Radiant Dawn before I even got Path of Radiance, to be honest.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I do have Radiant Dawn. I do have it. And we can easily do like as you suggested, because I'm already scheduling or at least working out when Kyle is free for Metal Gear Solid to do stuff. So we could definitely easily just do a small thing, and I'm gonna probably do the same thing with Metal Gear Solid, where I would do just like a just cut up edits. That's it. Not really do anything. Yeah.
Just get rid of all the random crap of if you failed a chapter, it's just straight back from where we stopped, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll be like either a fast forward or just cut to the funny parts, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that'll be like the whole series basically. Does it have voice acting? I'm guessing not.
It has a narrate in between segments.
So it actually has proper narration, unlike Path of Radiance.
Yeah, they narrate the story in between chapters.
That's true. Yeah.
Which helps you figure out what exactly is going on.
I mean, it helps a lot. Yeah. Narration does. Reading takes a lot. Like, the thing is about reading, it's just like Fire Emblem is like has a lot of lore. It just has a lot of words, and it just gets really tiring reading them all. It's a lot at once.
A lot to absorb.
A lot to absorb, yeah, for sure. Ugh. Just gonna add.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off, Nick.
No worries.
Enjoy your time.
I'll take care, Chris, and I'll catch you tomorrow for D&D at the very least.
Yep. See ya.
See ya. God dang it, man! It's frame rate's still bad. Hey, Door. Thanks for the hydrate, Lith. Much appreciated. Yeah, sorry, Door. I'm not in like a great mood right now. My internet is not doing great. Like, it's straight up causing problems right now. Cause like, it's actually straight up like, here's the thing. I have a bit rate, and like no bit rate is like basically how smooth my stream is, how laggy it is, and all that stuff. I've been constantly losing frames, which loses my FPS, but also could unstable the stream and everything. It usually is a straight line with maybe a little hiccups here and there because that's normal for internet. Literally at the start today, I refreshed my computer. It was fine literally earlier today. And capture card was everything was fine. Like literally 2 hours ago, it was perfectly fine. Internet was not hurting. But then when I start streaming, it basically dips down to unstableness and then goes back up after like 30 seconds, stays up there for like 15, goes back down, goes back up, goes back down, does this is repeating. It's been repeating this for the past hour and a half, 2 hours at this point. I had to restart my computer. I had to end stream like 3 times, like twice. First time because I thought it was just like a stupid frame thing, and so it's like I stopped it and restarted again. My capture card didn't working because apparently putting it to sleep really does mess it up when it shouldn't have, and it pisses me off because I have to actually restart computer instead of just like restarting a program. It really does piss me off. And then now I just like, the internet's still causing it, and it's still going up and down, and I'm losing frames, and I'm not happy with this. I'm straight up not happy. I'm pissed off at this point. I'm like debating whether I should just really just end my stream now or go on for a little bit longer. I don't know. That's like one of my problems right now, is just like I don't know what I want to do right now. So the other plans, because I finished up Fire Emblem, which honestly, if I look back at the vid, it's gonna look utterly atrocious. Because Twitch is being, well, I wouldn't say Twitch. I don't know if it's Twitch. I don't know if it's Twitch. I don't know if it's Comcast. I'm still gonna blame Comcast, but I was gonna plan to play new Pokemon Snap. With the lack of frames, it's just gonna be not gonna look good. Gonna look as choppy as heck all the time. And then I had Pokemon Black 2 later tonight, and it's just like I was looking forward to some of this stuff. But of course, Twitch had to do this, and honestly, it's of course Twitch just can't handle all this stuff. I get like the sorry end of the stick, to be honest. But then again, I am just a little old affiliate. I'm just an affiliate streamer with only like a few hundred followers compared to like the people that they really care. Like, it's such a biased point. But still, I don't know. I really don't know what I should do. Kind of feel very unmotivated now. That's like what I could try, which I mean, I'm talking right now, which is what I'm doing to do it. The only problem is that if I go with new Pokemon Snap, I don't like it to be very choppy frame rate, because this is going from 60 FPS to down to 30 at a constant rate, which makes it look even worse than just like dropping to 30 frames or less than 30 frames, sticking with that, or even like sticking to a little bit of like choppy frames for a little bit, and then the rest of it would be smooth. This is just straight up this, like, it's not gonna look good at all. So I have no idea what else I can do right now. I had nothing else like fully back up on my end. Oh, hey, Lissa.
Hey.
You sounded like very chipmunky when you like said that.
Oh, when I do it in a really high pitched voice.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, yeah. I don't know. I'm currently like a little pissed off right now because Comcast is being very bad right now.
Oh no. Is everything kind of like freezing?
It's not freezing. It's even weirder than that. So to explain it, like I have like so there's a bitrate thing I have with streams where it basically helps stabilize it with quality and frame rate. To give it like a good steady stream, and it usually stays stable where it's either a flat line or like has some little lumps here and there, because obviously internet stuff and connecting to servers and everything.
Yeah.
But today it's being such a butt in all the ways. Like when I started streaming, it dipped down to almost like really bad frame rate and unstable, to then it went back up to stabilize. But this is like it was unstable for like 30 seconds and went back up for then like after like 10 seconds, and it goes back down to unstable for another 15 seconds, goes back up, goes back down, and then this is an infinite loop. Like it's literally no joke. I'm looking at the bit rate and everything, unless there's only like 2 instances of discrepancies. It literally has been going up and down, up and down, up and down every minute of my entire stream.
God.
Like it's
having a huge earthquake.
Yeah, it's like it's straight up like I not only like it was fine earlier today. I was chatting with Emoto, I was chatting with Justin, I was chatting with Carl. I mean, this was Discord specifically, but even my Discord audio, like the connection wise, didn't sound bad. I didn't even have like yellow bars. I'm now having yellow bars on Discord now, and then it's now just causing this out specifically this moment. And then I remember also my capture card was literally like 2 hours ago. I was making sure I tested out. it was working perfectly. I sleep my computer because I was going out to eat with my brother. I turn it back on, and it suddenly decides to give me a giant middle finger and starts saying like I can't work anymore. And whenever it does that, I have to restart my entire computer because of it.
Oh my gosh, that's a pain.
So yeah, basically I have an entire technological problem that only the capture card I was able to fix, but the internet issues I cannot fix at all.
Yeah, because you have no.
I mean,
no say over that.
Yeah, because like I can do new Pokemon Snap because I was gonna do new Pokemon Snap, but the problem is with it is that I don't want to showcase it because then it's gonna lose frames, and Pokemon Snap looks best on like stable frames no matter what at what frame rate. So if it keeps going up and down, it's just gonna look ugly at that point, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like at this point just really don't know what to do, or even if I want to continue on, just like what to talk about / play. This could become a lessons about enzymes.
Oh yeah.
Do you even want to know the story of why I added you about enzymes?
Sure. I'll hear the story about that.
It's
I
not...
just got on and saw it.
Yeah, no, it nothing too special because like, so there was a game that Justin really likes called Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and I was playing that because Justin was actually earlier today doing card polls. Emoto can vouch for this, by the way. Was doing card polls, and he was actually very, very upset, like very salty. So he said like asked if I could just put up Tokyo Mirage Sessions because he really likes it and wanted to watch me play. So I put it on. And what ended up happening was we were doing like this like kind of like this little side mission because this involves like people like high school teenagers and the guy as your main character going around being idols and everything, and then you're doing a side mission with one of the girls kind of going like on a date thing. Yeah. And she was asking like, okay, what's in this smoothie? And like the option, and because she like wants to be a Hollywood actress, she was like the options were like love of Hollywood or like some kind of weird mixture or like enzymes. And it was just like, okay. And then I was like, what are enzymes again? And Justin's like, oh yeah, there's smoothies and enzymes. It's like, yeah, but what are enzymes? And it's like, I don't know. And then we were like, Emoto, what's enzymes? Like, well, I might know, but I'd rather ask Jamie, avoiding the question that she doesn't know it properly. And so we added Jamie, and then yeah, I added Jamie about it, and then it's just like,
I did see that you added Jamie and me.
Yeah, because like Jamie was online, and then they were just like, oh, you just came online, and it was just like, oh, gotta at you, and then it's just like had you both just answer it for us.
Oh, that's funny.
Because apparently just Justin and I don't know what enzymes are, but we know that enzymes are important.
I mean, that's kind of what you get out a lot in chemistry. We talk about it in chemistry and biology. Although, I don't remember how far in those you went, schooling-wise.
I mean, in terms of biology, are you saying?
Well, enzymes are, yeah, mainly important in biology, but they also have chemical properties, like their makeup.
That's true,
so
yeah.
I think they're talked about in chemistry as well.
I barely touched chemistry. Like, I like chemistry. I did it a little bit in high school, but I didn't go too far into it. Like, same thing with biology and chemistry. I kind of just like did it the one course and only went with physics more so. And then like in university, I didn't go touch biology at all, and chemistry as well. In Western, there's the infamous sapling. You should know that.
Oh yeah, I remember sapling. Believe me, I remember sapling.
Yeah, so there was sapling, and so I just didn't want to do it. So I just physics. So I probably heard of enzymes maybe early on, unless it's like after the no, unless it's like it. I don't know. I don't think they would teach enzymes at the very first beginning course of chemistry, because that's the only chemistry course I really took.
I don't know. They're mostly in biology, but I don't remember the general chemistry very well. I mostly remember my organic chemistry classes, mainly because was more important.
Yeah, sure.
For me.
That's true. Enzymes just cause reactions. They are used all over the body and brain. It's just a large topic. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just one of those topics that I know I've heard of enzymes. I just did not know what they were exactly were. Like, what's the exact things they were, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, there's just it's a general term for a certain, I don't know how to describe it to you, but there's lots of different types of like enzymes and enzymes that are like specific to a certain process.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's an enzymes that fuse these proteins together, or there's an enzymes that break these proteins apart, and they're very specialized in that sense.
They speed up reactions. The most important uses, as I remember, are muscle building and breaking down food and digestion.
Yep, like your saliva. You have enzymes in your saliva that starts the digestion process of breaking up.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Not all types, just certain types of food get broken down in your
It's weird
certain
that
types of protein.
yeah, it's weird that enzymes. Speaking of enzymes, it's just it feels like one of those words that or topics that I should know, but it's also one of those topics that it's also in that gray area of like I don't really remember what it is. It's like I know I've heard it enough, and I was taught it before, but I don't know much about it. And it's like it's one of those like sort of like those topics that can be talked about on a day-to-day basis here and there, but
Well,
they should.
I think most people just know the term, or at least know that it's important for reactions in the body or reactions in general, but I doubt most people think it's common knowledge.
That's true.
Or it's like one of the things you learn in school but then you lose kind of knowledge.
I mean, it's also one of those things is like enzymes is technically not that important to really know about unless you go into a specific field that really needs you to know what the enzyme topic is, because you're either going into the food industry or like chemistry or like biology or something like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
By the way, Shed, if you don't know what's going on, we're just talking about enzymes right now because I just want to talk about stuff while going through stream, because I am actually debating whether I'm actually debating whether to end my stream early or not, because my internet or Twitch, in the sense that Dor mentioned earlier, is not being nice. My frame rate has been really bad, as you might have been slightly noticing. It's been very unstable. I've been losing a lot of frames, and I don't trust it being really well for a lot of games I want, like especially new Pokemon Snap. So what's going to end up happening is that it's going to be a good chance that I might be ending stream much earlier than expected is all. So we're just here chatting is all. Anyway, most neurotransmitters are synthesized from enzymes too, so serotonin and dopamine, etc. Serotonin and dopamine are like, I know I've heard it like exactly, but enzymes should be like much easier to understand than those two. Isn't dopamine like specifically in the brain?
Both are in the brain. Neurotransmitters are, well, they're for the what are neurons in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So like the things your brain is made out of, that fire. I don't know if you remember any of that.
The fire?
Oh. That cause they're like electrical currents.
You call them fires?
Well, as in they fire off.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. I didn't.
Yeah, like they they start an electrical current and then they basically fire out these neurotransmitters like dopamine to another neuron that cause that reaction to happen. I don't know why. That's just the term all of my teachers have used for talking about neurons, that they fire off neurotransmitters.
Does she have a biology degree? She sounds like she knows what she's talking about for sure. I have a neuroscience degree, and I don't want to be too annoying.
Oh, dude, I'm not too like into neuroscience. I don't have anything specific like that. I just have a general biology degree. So, yeah, I know generalizations, but I don't know like specific things, especially about the brain.
Yeah. She has a BS in biology. So she's gonna eventually get a master's. Eventually.
At some point, I don't know when that's gonna be, but.
I mean, yeah, for sure. But no, it's fine, Snitch. I mean, talking about different like science topics is nice. I just definitely is gonna be that expectation of like if it's way too complicated, it's gonna go way over my head. That's the only problem. But neuroscience is one of those interesting topics that I don't think I'll ever personally go into fully, but it's always been one of those interesting topics to talk about here and there.
Yeah, neuroscience just sounds crazy to me. I mean, it's really fascinating, but also really like, what is going on here?
Yeah, true.
But that could just be me. I'm much more into the macrobiology than micro.
Macro?
But I also didn't take biochemistry like Jamie, so.
Yeah, which is why that she would also know. Yeah. Also, macro and micro. What's the difference between?
So microbiology tends to be like, like micro as in meaning tiny. So like inside of a cell, kind of, and macro being big. So like population sizes, essentially, or things like that. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
So it's just the study of tiny things in microbiology. So inside the body, inside cells.
Okay, those
like
things.
Neuroscience, like the neurotransmitters, and then macro meaning big. So big picture biology, like how like a food chain, like how things like that.
Okay, gotcha. It's such a emergent study that data changes really frequently. Fun, but not as efficient as you might think. True. But I also I think like also one of the things is that I like any science topics, like in the sense of knowing about the topics, like showcasing them and everything. I like biology, physics, chemistry, as long as it's not too disgusting kind of thing, especially biology. I mean, like dissecting is kind of irksome to me, even though it's like it's kind of necessary here and there.
I mean, to be honest, Nick, you don't do normally a ton of dissecting.
Normally,
Unless,
yeah.
like a specific topic you're into. I love the dissection though. I have very fond memories of all of my dissections.
My God. but the only thing is that I think it probably one of those topics though is that I get easily I don't want to say distracted or not interested. What's the term?
Like overwhelmed or like too much information at once.
Maybe, but also like not fully clicked, like not clicked with in a sense, because like although I like chemistry and physics, I never went out of my way to like go above and beyond like I did with computer science. Like I love computer science because I guess because I like computers in the sense. And programming was really fun compared to like physics where it just felt like I'm just like doing the laws of physics over and over and just testing it out and that's it. It's nothing too much. It's already done kind of thing. I did a human dissection which was pretty wild. I'm sure she did as well, but just some parts.
Well, I actually did not do a cadaver human dissection, just because that wasn't part of any of the courses I take. I didn't take like a ton of anatomy courses, even though I should have. I wanted to, but I did like I did more smaller things. Like I did a fetal pig and I did cats, and just kind of like random things and like eyeballs.
Did you do a fetal position, cat?
A fetal. No. That is not how you do a proper dissection.
How would you do a fetal position dissection? That's weird.
I don't know how you would accomplish a fetal position dissection. That would be pretty hard, considering most of the time when you do organism dissections, you want their body essentially splayed out. So it's easier to find parts. Honestly, the fetal pig dissection for me was really fun, mainly because my group had extra time at the end, so our professor allowed us to try and take out the brain, which was an interesting process to try and cut open the skull, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, there were a lot of smelly preservatives.
Also, it's fine, Snatch. It's just one of the things that it's hard to. It's not that bad. Like we went to different universities anyway, and every university is different. When it should be like, it almost feels like a university should do about the same teaching kind of thing, almost. So
yeah, some classes are different, and also the courses they offer at certain universities are different. Like there are definitely courses they offer at Western now that they didn't when we were going there that I would have loved to take.
I am kind of jealous of that, because like
yeah.
Here's the thing. I like game development, like something with Carl, and for computer science, for example, like mainly because like when I went there was literally only one game development class, like actually one game development for a while, and that was teaching you like basically such a really bad way of game development. Like the way the guy was teaching was almost like, oh yeah, look at these videos, now explain how that was programmed, kind of thing. It's like, wait, what? And it's like, oh yeah, this is great games, and it's like such a old way to do it. And like he basically, like, he likes games, but he doesn't understand how to teach games, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And that was just really frustrating. And then there was another course that was like game development, but it was brand new. He didn't really have a full-on objective with a lot of things, because it kind of was like, you do your own thing, but here's some ideas, kind of thing. And it was kind of a little frustrating.
Like, oh, like he was like essentially the entrepreneur of how the class should be run.
Yeah,
like,
kind of
he didn't
thing.
have
Yeah.
anything to build off of.
Yeah. So like the courses when I took the game developments were just not great. So that's one of those things. It's like, what courses I wish. And then like when I left, those courses were a couple more, and it was just like, oh, it's a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Speaking from a U.S. centric view, are you guys in the U.S.? Yeah, we are U.S. citizens, like straight up U.S. citizens. West Coast people.
Woo!
Yep. So where are you? I'm assuming. I believe you mentioned this. I think you're in the U.S. as well, right? I believe so. You know, aren't you like on the East Coast, I believe, if I remember correctly? Or I could be mixing you with someone else. My high school did that, stuck a bunch of students in the class and followed tutorials. Yeah, no, they call that courses, and it just like it's bad. And Eric said, I thought you might have been California for some reason. I mean, technically that's West Coast, so
Technically.
yeah. So
it's not where we are, but yeah, technically, California is on the West Coast.
Australia. Oh, wait, Canada. Dang it. Dang it. Sorry, my brain
Canada also has a West Coast.
My bad. Sorry. That's my bad. You know what? Wait, what is Isn't California similar? CA? No.
I don't remember.
It's both. Okay, that's why I got confused. It's both. That's stupid anyway. But yeah, Lith is from Australia. It's like, yeah, no, Australia's like has that. I don't even know Australia's teaching system, so that's weird. I actually remember.
Yeah, I don't know the regular curriculum.
Yeah, but I do know that curriculums are so bad in so many different universities. Heck, like computer science when we were at our university, because Lissa and I took the same university, but the computer science program when I was taking it was actually pretty good. There was a lot of good professors and stuff like that. But I remember Sean went to a different school in Washington as well, and he had the computer science program too, but they taught such a bad way of teaching computer science that he not only got classes where he was allowed to cheat and copy other people's homework in a sense. Like, no joke, by the way, his professors allowed that. He apparently, like, his one-on-one class was literally like quote unquote programming, but you just write in Word document. How do you write in Word document? How do you write an Excel sheet? How do you do a PowerPoint? That was literally the whole class. And they called it computer science.
I mean, we had a computer science, like, it wasn't a 10, was it a 101 or was it a 09? That was an introduction to computers, but it wasn't called programming or anything.
They called this one like literal programming, so that was such a bad. I feel like a lot of classes are so professor dependent. Oh no, they are very professor dependent. Like as I mentioned, like game programming is a fascinating topic that can easily be taught really well, and a lot of people can learn a lot from it. But the professor I got is an old guy, like I think he was literally in his 70s, was trying to teach modern game programming, and it's just like you don't fully understand a lot of the concepts, and your concepts are so outdated, kind of thing. I don't know, Lisa. How was what was your worst professor in your department?
In the biology department, I don't really know, but the worst professor I ever had was actually a chemistry professor for one of my Gen Chem series.
I know why that.
I don't. It kind of. I don't know if he was necessarily too new or if he was too used to teaching higher level that he no longer knew how to teach lower level. But it sounded like he was getting some topics confused with other topics. So it was unfortunately not a very good one.
That was just like a bad mixture of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was lucky and went to an Ivy League university, but the main difference I noticed was that the professors were held to a high standard. Yeah, because like, I think it's just because like, the thing is like, our university is not popular. Like,
well, it's not as popular as the two, but it's relatively popular compared to a lot of the other ones in the state.
True.
But
like,
it's definitely not in like the top, I would say top 3.
yeah, because like we like our university was definitely it's not well known outside of state is what I would
Yeah.
it's better way, because like there are universities outside of state that are popular, like the Ohio University and stuff like that, like football teams is college football teams is like there's like UW, there is Georgia Tech here and there and all that stuff. Like there's like these universities that out of state. Our university, like if you you would not know us if you lived out of state, kind of thing.
Well, we also didn't have a football team.
We
so-
lost our football team.
Yeah, well, by the time we had gotten there, we no longer had the football team.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but so our standards were pretty loose here and there, and Ivy League definitely has a standard of like, we are a prestige school, so you have to hold this standard, otherwise you're fired, kind of thing. It was really my high school teacher. She was put on a game design and development class where she had no experience in what she was teaching us. Told us to follow a YouTube video about Game Maker and spend most of the class bored out of my mind because I finished all the tutorials. Yeah, no. I don't like those professors where they like don't know what they're talking about and lack the energy to even teach the courses properly. Those make the courses really boring, and like at that point I just end up just maybe like either I drop the class or like just not show up anymore, kind of thing. I didn't mean to university gatekeep though. I feel like higher education is so overpriced and overrated for well-known universities. Get your education and be proud. No, Sedge. Like, don't feel bad. No, I'm just saying like.
Yeah, no, I love the university we went to.
Yeah,
Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I appreciate what I learned, and all the professors that I've taken there. Like, they're really good professors. Heck, I would say those.
Yeah, I had some really fun professors.
Yeah, because like I would say some of our professors are like, as I would defend them, like the professors I have taken with. So I would defend them to be like like they could have gone to better universities if they really wanted to, kind of thing. I really like my education and all that stuff. But it's definitely like the difference is that the different universities you go to, say for Ivy League, is definitely there. Like, and obviously, like, again, like as you mentioned, overpriced and overrated. It's literally because like
Very much overpriced.
yeah, because like think about it, like hey, if you go to MIT, it's like, oh man, you're going MIT, you must be really smart at computers and all that stuff, right? It's almost like guaranteed to get you a job and everything. Like companies will look for that. They can abuse that to make it such a high price standard for like the most prestigious bourgeois people, as Kyle would say. That's what it is. That rat race for a better university burns me out. Some of my best professors are adjuncts. Adjuncts? It wouldn't make tenure because they weren't famous enough for Ivy standards. What's adjuncts? I don't actually understand that one. Listen, do you know that one?
Adjuncts?
ADJUNCTS. I actually don't know that term.
Let me look that up.
Adjunct is a temporary professor that's hired. Oh
yeah.
Oh,
Thing
cool.
added to something as a supplementary rather than essential.
Oh yeah, that I know
like
it under a
temp.
different term. Temp. Yes, that's Emoto's right. Temporary. Yes. Also, yeah, no, that wouldn't make tenure. Weren't famous enough. Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, I feel like, yeah, because like that's one of the things is that I had some like non-tenure professors for sure, and those professors were still really good in their own right. Like they were smart and they knew what they were talking about when it comes to certain topics. So I appreciate them for sure.
I had some pretty new professors, I would say, as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a professor for that biostatistics course I took. That was his second year teaching, and he was good. I really enjoyed him.
Mm-hmm.
emo to like some of hers as well.
Yeah, like for more community members. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
like
often called assistant professors.
yeah, yeah. I remember one professor in my department that was like he wanted to get tenure, otherwise he would move out to go to a different university, kind of thing. I guess it was weird, but that's why I started to learn more about what tenure is, because I never thought about it. But a lot of the professors I took classes with didn't necessarily have tenure, and they were just like there to have like fun teaching what they want to teach. And a lot of times I just actually enjoyed what they had to teach. They knew what they were talking about. They were smart. They taught it well, and I was just like, okay, I understand what this topic is, so I really liked it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's just one of those things, is that there are some really good people, but then when you get like tenure, sometimes I just feel like they just kind of start being snobby in a sense about who they want to teach. I don't know. I think job security is great, but I find tenure promotes bad teaching habits. It creates a lot of older professors that aren't motivated enough. What does tenure give, actually?
I give like a ton of bonuses.
Really?
I would think so.
That would make some sense, actually.
You get bonuses, and then I think you're, I don't know, maybe placed in the higher. It's not, what's it called? I don't know. Not a class system, but you're essentially bumped up.
Mm-hmm.
It,
I gotta close my window, but Snedge
just
says 10 years makes you essentially unfireable. Really?
oh yeah, that's also something that happens.
That just
I
seems
forgot about that. It's the same in high school.
okay. That honestly is very BS. If that's like really one of the biggest reasons why a lot of professors want tenure. I feel like that.
I mean, I don't know if that's why they want tenure, but
I would assume some of them do, because they just want the seat of power or whatever. Gotta close my window. I'll be in a bit. Here you go, Lissa.
so you can still encourage them to retire early.
Yeah.
But it's true. I am reading the chat. Nick is streaming on Discord, and I am watching over Discord, so I can read what you're saying. Hi. That's true. You can also fire teachers for having sex with students. That happened to one of the professors at our colleges. Not any that me and Nick know, but one that Kyle had.
Okay, that's an interesting topic to come into. I just like put on my headphones, like had sex with students, and it's just like, please tell me you continuing the story, because I have no idea what I came into.
We were just talking about like different ways you can fire afterwards. That's under the term of practically unfireable. Really? Are you serious?
Academic tenure refers to an educator's employment status within a higher education institution. When a professor has gained tenure, he or she can only be terminated for a justifiable cause or under extreme circumstances such as program discontinuation or severe financial restraints. Can't really be fired for tenure. It's almost impossible. Oh yeah, you guys sits up. Oh no, actually hasn't sent to the list. That is under the term of practically unfireable. Wait, are you saying like having a sex with a student is unfireable?
I mean, that sounds like that's what it's implying. At least for colleges. Obviously, anyone underage, it's automatically jail. So.
I mean, yes.
Oh yeah, see, no, of course you can get fired. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
That's
yeah.
a huge taboo in the educational system.
Yeah, I mean, any like affair with like even if the student is within the age limit, not age limit.
No, even if the student is within age and it's consent.
Yeah, and it's consent.
You can still get fired. I mean, that's what happened with Kyle's professor. I mean, she was over the age of consent and she consented, but he still got fired once they got found out.
I don't remember hearing about this, honestly. But then again...
Oh, really? If you ask Kyle, I mean, I don't know if he knows all of the details, but you can ask him about the professor that got fired for having sex with the student, and he'll tell you about it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if he knows much more than that.
I'm just gonna add him, just like...
Oh my god, that's what you write to him?
Yeah.
Tell me about your professor's affair story. He's gonna be so confused.
I mean, this is usually how it is anyway. It just means do your job and you're safe. Okay. You're not allowed to hold power over someone to slim slam. Yeah, no, you can't. I was just like, I still feel like tenure is such a, I don't know. It definitely gives a lot of like relaxed feeling for a lot of professors or like a lot of professors being like, we can kind of do whatever we want now, even though we are like absolutely horrible professors. We're still doing our jobs in sense of teaching what we want.
I think the other issue as well is that it's not necessarily that they're bad professors, it's just that they no longer know how to teach current with the current like knowledge or technology or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like older textbooks or older ways of thinking. I mean, some are definitely not great teachers, but yeah, anyone in a teaching or grading type of position, yeah, you're not allowed to date anyone.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. At least you should not date your students. Yes.
Or don't get caught.
Don't ever get caught. Yeah, like we say that they don't ever get caught. Yet when they have consent, somehow they get caught because one of them either told a friend that wasn't really much of a friend to ratted them out, or they bragged about it a little too much.
They just they get loose and start doing things a little more
risque and everything.
I think you can get fired even if they're not technically a part of, like, even though you're not their professor. If you're still a professor and they're still as part of a student part of the school, you can still get fired.
That's true.
Even if you've never had to like grade any of their work or had an impact educational system.
I was a TA in my neurobiology class, and I couldn't go out with any students in my class. I had to date my later girlfriend after the class. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I was a TA.
I didn't know you were a TA.
No, I was actually a TA, Mike. So also hi, Mike.
Yeah, for just a quarter, or did you do it for 2?
No, I did it for multiple. Like, I've done it for leadership. I've done it for a couple times, at least a couple times in CS.
See, I think I remember the CS. I don't know if I remember the leadership.
Leadership one was a little different for sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also agree with that academic checkup at 5 years old. I would agree with that. 10 years is just one of those things. Like, it can easily be one of those. Like, I'm not saying I'm hating a 10-year. I'm just one of the things, like, it definitely with the current setup, it just feels like they can easily abuse that in a sense. But I actually had a TA story where actually so one of the CS classes I was teaching was a lower class. It was not part of the major. It was like a bit below the lower class, by the way. And this was absolutely one of those, like, a large culmination of bad things, not bad things, a large culmination of things happened that were well beyond my control, and yet I was put to blame on everything. So was teaching a class about how to, like, program and everything. I was a TA. I taught the stuff. I answered questions. I made sure to check over work and everything. And then I was just like, all right, cool. I graded your homework and everything. I remember working with the TAs and be like, all right, because like how the grading system works is that apparently we used Canvas. It's like on Canvas for the TAs, we had 3 different TAs. All 3 TAs were like, yeah, we would update it and we'll uncheck it once all the grades are in, because once you hide the grades, and when you hide the grades, you hide everyone's grades of the entire like class, because apparently they didn't want to separate them, which really was sucky. And like when you uncover them, you uncover everyone else's, which causes some confusion because some people are like expecting their grades to be put in right then and there, kind of thing. I remember putting an assignment that I graded everyone the way I would grade people properly, and I basically was done, and then another person was done, but we were waiting on one of the TAs who was very, very late. He took like 2 weeks, long past the assignment was due, to update it and show everyone's their grade. And then basically then we got flooded with a bunch of messages saying like, why are our grades so bad? Why did you guys take so long? Blah, blah, blah. And there's this one student who was okay with my teaching, literally come at me and start attacking, like, not attacking, but like literally talking verbally behind my back, saying I'm like, I'm his least favorite TA. He demanded his grade to be corrected. Like, he went straight to a professor and demanded his grade to get that I said that was actually really poorly done to an A. Like, it went from like I graded him to a C to, and then he forced the professor to say give him an A, kind of thing. He told me like a lot of the TAs basically kept telling me like he was basically literally back talking me all the time, saying I'm the worst TA ever, since I graded him that one time. But it's like I graded it the way I did. I didn't unmute it because there was one TA that was not me that didn't unmute it until much later. And then he switched to a different TA because like TA class because he hated me, and he still back talked me as saying like I'm the worst person he ever had forever. And it's just like, dude, you are not only taking this a little too far, but you also forced yourself to get an A in the class because you basically told a professor on me to force your grade to change to an A. Like, he was absolutely getting like a really bad grade because of that one assignment, and even the professor said rightfully so, for some odd reason, said I graded properly, but they just said like because of the students, like, I guess in a sense condition, I guess like in the sense they have mental condition is what I think they put out, they got an A. And just like, okay, then I guess I'm getting poorly attacked for no reason now that was well be out of my control. Also for almost no reason. Yeah, it's really harsh. Like, I graded it fairly. Even the professor said I graded it fairly. So honestly, it just, at that point I just had to just be like, all right, fine, whatever. But it just felt really a sour taste in my mouth because that kid, like that student just kept back talking me and spreading false rumors about me. We had to grade all our exams together immediately after exam for 4 hours in a room together because of BS like that. The amount of students who beg for grades like that are really that really surprised me. Oh yeah, no. The organization with some of the TAs, I mean, are really disorganized here and there, and we should have done something like that, but unfortunately, lack communication. And also, yes, there's a lot of students I've learned that go as far as to beg or like demand that they deserve a better grade, from what I can tell.
Man, that really sucks.
What?
Oh, just all the shit you guys had to deal with being TAs.
I mean, if I TA'd for like 1 quarter, I think I had a really good chance of not meeting those types of people. But I TA'd for a lot of quarters, and it was very difficult. It's basically like, think about it as working in retail all the time. Also, Mike, thank you so much for the 11th month subscription in a row. Thank you a lot, Mike.
No problem.
Much appreciated. Pog.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, every class is different. You're always gonna get different characters.
Yeah.
So, but still, it's not nice, not fun.
It's just one of those things. It's like I think it's like retail, where it's like you will get like those bad apples of like customers or students if you wait there long enough, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that I happen to get that student, which honestly I just like. I'm pretty sure to this day they are gonna continue talk behind my back, and honestly it's a lot of false information, to be honest. So it is what it is. I cannot prove it anymore. I doubt many people would believe me who are friends of that person, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
I got paid $20 per hour in college as a TA. It was a great gig, but students were deceptively annoying. I got paid.
I was gonna say, I don't even know if all the TAs got paid.
No, I got paid. I got paid for a TA, but I got paid slightly over minimum wage at my desk job, and that was the highest paid. So I got paid below minimum wage, but then again, TAing was a part-time job, more for experience than an actual job. So TA is, you have to be paid technically, yeah. So it is actual work, but for me it was never $20. It was like less than $10. But it was, again, a part-time job. It never was meant to be an actual job. Also, you hate when people talk behind your back. I don't like it when people talk behind my back, but it's gonna happen at some point, and there's always gonna be those false rumors here and there, whether it be true or false kind of thing. It is.
I think it's more just how impactful they end up being.
Yeah.
Especially if like you're all aware of them. Just from the experience.
I don't know. I like, people could talk behind my back if they need to. I just don't like it when it becomes very falsified in a sense. That just ends up just being worse than anything.
Exaggerations.
Very big exaggeration and all that stuff. Sometimes I wish it wasn't that it wasn't the person it is. Yeah, for sure. Mike, what number? Do you want a number or do you want a left or right? Also, I think I could do a Pokemon Snap because it is actually good to go. I've waited. I saw it stabilize and looks like it has been stable for like past 20 minutes. So I guess I'll do a little bit of new Pokemon Snap for a little bit.
That's nice. As I say, I should probably get going.
Because you got
I
work
actually
tomorrow.
have work tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Well, let us know, Lissa, whenever you are free to whenever you get back.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know when I get back. It shouldn't be. I'm not expecting it to be too late, but I'm also not expecting to be on time. So, but I'll let you guys know when I get back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If you guys need to get on and do setups or whatnot, you can do whatever you need to do.
Probably. Like, I'll just let people know. So I am streaming tomorrow on with D&D and everything. But because Alyssa is one of our main players, we will probably start later than anything.
Yeah, I got work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All right. Well, you sleep well, Alyssa. Well, I'll catch you later.
yeah.
Tomorrow. I'll catch you tomorrow.
I hope things go more smoothly than they have been.
Well, at least it's stabilized. So definitely talking with you helped. So I do appreciate it, Alyssa. Thank you very much.
Of course.
And thank you, Sledge and
Love
Lith
getting
as
on
well.
and talking to y'all.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good night. See
Good
you
night.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And thanks, Lith and Sledge, for the help too, like talking. It was much appreciated. Let's see. NP is for the content, homie. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I heading off to bed. All right, night will for sure. I mean, when I make content, for sure, I do it because I want to have some fun and it helps interact and has a lot of people just like have fun with a lot of things we do. So, I'm glad at least you're enjoying the content, even though it's just like sometimes just me blabbering off around here and there. Anyway, Mike, here it is. I'll show off some card pack and I'll just show off an hour of Pokemon Snap, and then we'll see how I feel afterwards. There's a green energy. Escape rope. Grumpig. Let's see, can I do like this? Got a Luxio. Glameow. Slowpoke. Ooh, a Yuppie. Nice. Yipper. I call it Yuppie. Murkrow. Salandit. Reverse Hollow Spoink. And an English. Slash. Yes. That's a Pokemon. There you go. There's the card pulls for tonight. From Mike. Let's get some Pokemon Snap in. Let's have some like a casual fun time, but we can keep talking about random stuff as well.